Hello. I hope you had a great month this past month. This month has proved the importance of prayer to me yet one more time. 2 weeks ago, I was in Indianapolis for a meeting with the folks from the Lilly Endowment concerning the Millennial Vocation Project that I've been working on with the Navigators. While there, I received word from Candy that her mother, who lives in Phoenix, was being moved to hospice. It was a critical time for her mother and for Candy as well, so I decided to return the next morning to help Candy with all the long distance planning and arrangements and phone calls. That next morning, I hit the road, and that's when I believe that your prayers probably saved my life. A piece of steel fell off the truck in my lane and careened under my car. It punctured a hole in my fuel tank and sprayed a plume of diesel fuel on the traffic behind me. I managed to drive away from the potentially explosive fuel cloud and got off to the side of the highway. And within moments, my car just stopped running, and I found myself stranded on I-65 in the middle of a cornfield with trucks whizzing by. Miraculously, the steel did not bounce up and hit my windshield, and it managed to miss all my brake lines, radiator hoses, power steering, and even my tires. Most miraculously, the plume of fuel did not ignite with a spark and blow up. I don't doubt that your prayers helped keep me safe. Well, in addition to that, just a few weeks before that, while I was returning from teaching a retreat in northern Michigan, the driver next to me suddenly pulled into my lane without knowing that I was right there next to them. They were halfway into my lane, and I managed to swerve onto the shoulder of the road and out of their way when the driver realized what they had done. I was so thankful to have avoided a catastrophic accident. Well, those two incidences remind me of the advice, or maybe I should say a warning, that an old African American preacher gave me many years ago. I was helping rebuild his church after Katrina when I asked him for advice. I was a new pastor, and he was one who had served for over 50 years. He told me that the minions of Satan were seeking to destroy people in the tawdry places of New Orleans. But I was different. And he asked me if I believed that, and I believed it. Satan, he said, took the work of pastors personal, and he would come after me himself. Was it a coincidence that these two near tragic driving experiences happened right after ministry events? Or was it an intentional work of our adversary to eliminate the servants of God? I believe the old evil lion was out on a prowl looking to devour or to destroy. Fortunately, somewhere along the way, you prayed for me and the ministry of Soul Priority, and my life stayed hid with Christ in God. Don't hesitate to write or to call me about prayer requests. As friends of Soul Priority, I do pray for you each week. I would be so encouraged to hear from you. Please consider giving me a call. We could pray together. Speaking of encouragement, I'm beginning a capital campaign for 2016. I'm hoping to raise $25,000 to cover the cost of ministry for me, publishing materials, hosting a work and calling retreat, and exploring social media for Soul Priority. I'd be glad to tell you more in person or over the phone, so please contact me with the contact information that you find included in this email. Until then, may God richly bless you. Blessings.